Begin with a new chapter, that is SEM, search engine marketing. What we have seen so far is the SEO part and the SMO part, and similar to SEO we have got SEM, similar to SMO we have got SMM. SEO will target the organic results which is unpaid. That means this is free listing. So the natural 10 results what you get at the center of the search results page, that is where SEO targets. But apart from that, we have even got the inorganic part, which is above and below the organic results. Let's have a look. So when I go into Google and type any query, say example stock market tips. So what you are seeing here at the top is nothing but advertisement. And the results that follow is all SEO. Again, here also there are ads. So they are coming over and below the organic results. So you can either opt for SEO or SEM or both of them. These companies may also be doing SEO. There is no such rule that a page can do only SEO or only SEM. You are free to do any of this, and for the same keyword you can do both of this. Stock market training in Hyderabad, I can do SEO as well as SEM for the same page for the same keyword. The biggest advantage with SEM is you get instant ranking. Once that your account is approved, within 5 minutes you will be able to see your advertisement. That is the advantage with SEM. But the disadvantage is it is paid marketing. Everyone may not be making income with SEM. Understand this point. There may be a lot of businesses who end up paying more than what they get. So it could be a loss making deal as well for them. So in SEM there is no guarantee of profit. While in SEO, because we are not paying even a penny to Google, so whatever that we get out of SEO is all our profit. But then there should be some disadvantage, that's why people are doing SEM. The disadvantage in SEO is hard work. You cannot rank on top overnight. Every day you need to struggle. You need to do work for your web pages. And then when you get the highest score, you will be there in the top position. So it is time consuming. Advantage with SEO is free traffic, but disadvantage is time consuming. Advantage with SEM is instant ranking, but disadvantage is it is a paid traffic which may even lead to loss if you do not have proper marketing skills or convincing skills. There is no doubt in both of them, whether SEO or SEM, together digital marketing, they only target the customers which are your potential leads. Your ad is not going to be shown to any person, but only to the people who are searching with the keywords that you have stated. Likewise, even in SEO, that means people who are going to visit your website are actually interested in your product or service. That's why it is called as a pull marketing. We are not pushing the customer to come and join our training program. We are not forcing anybody to come to our site and buy. But a person has already shown up the desire that he wants to shop something online. By hitting a query, that means he is interested. Person has already shown an interest by looking for stock market. To those people only our ad is getting displayed. You can control the appearance of your position for various keywords, both in SEO as well as in SEM. Now the second question here is, why the partiality? These guys are also paying. All these sites what you are seeing here, they are paying, but they have been given bottom position. And these are also paying, but they have been given top position. It doesn't happen once, every time it will happen like that. Even after some time you refresh the page or you search with the same query again, you'll find that the arrangement of the ads will be more or less the same. Maybe 1-2 positions here and there. But why? Why such a partiality that though everybody is paying, all the advertisers are paying wherever this ad is written, but someone is given the privilege to rank on top while the others not only in the bottom, even in second, third, fourth page also you will find ads. So you got to understand here that in SEM the ranking is based on auction. For every keyword there is auction. What is auction? You might have heard about the home auction, vehicle auction. So they just bid. So some person at the center announces that this is the property for sale. Whoever is interested in buying, raise your hand and tell your price quotation. Let's say a vehicle. One will say 2 lakh, other will say 2.5 lakh, third person will say 3 lakh. So likewise here also it is a digital auction which is going on. The rank 1 listing in ad is paying the highest amount for this keyword. How much is paying, that is not exposed, but roughly we can make out how much he must be paying. Let's say he is paying some 12 rupees. The second rank holder must be paying 10. Then this is called as a third rank holder. In the ad section, the first one from the bottom. This is the third position. He may be paying 7, he may be paying 6, he may be paying 3. So how much high amount you are ready to pay for any keyword, that much better position you are going to get for that corresponding keyword. But ranking is not purely dependent only upon auction. Auction is one part of it. There is another thing called as quality score, QS. These are the only 2 factors which govern the ranking position for any keyword in SEM. So what is quality score, QS, that we will be discussing later, but for now you can note down this important point. So SEM is not only specific to Google, SEM happens even in Yahoo, Bing, everywhere. In India, Google is widely used because maximum number of people search in Google. So ranking position is a function of the bid price nothing but what price are you setting for an ad. 1 rupee a click, 2 rupee a click, 3 rupees a click, 10 rupees a click. You can display your ad even just for 10 paisa. That's the minimum bidding. You can't put a bid cheaper than that. So 0.1 rupee also your ad will get accepted even for the most competitive keyword. But which ranking position will you get? Maybe some third, fourth, fifth page. Because your pricing is very low, you will be given the last rank for that keyword. But never there will be a statement where Google says that no, we can't accept that because you are paying too low. I told you 10 paisa also you can display your ad for the keyword supercomputer. For any keyword that matter. But thing is, the position may be deep in the pages. So the ranking is function of the price that you are setting and the quality score. So quality score is given for every keyword which ranges between 0 to 10. So I'll be showing you the table later in the classes where you can see the quality score. On what parameters it varies, that we'll see now. So first point to keep in mind is that even with a low price, a competitor may be paying 20 rupees and getting first rank. You can just pay to Google 15 rupees and get first rank, and he will scale down to second. Because ranking is not purely the function of bid price, it is also a function of quality score. So don't think that if you are ready to pay very high price, you will be given rank 1. No. Search engines will also say what is the quality score, and higher the quality score, cheaper the ads would automatically become. So a page with high quality score may be paying little less than the top ranked, but still will be getting a better rank. So the key to success to get the most affordable ads in digital marketing is to improve the quality score. I would never suggest you to display an ad for any keyword where the quality score is less than 5. If it is 9, it is too good. 10 is very difficult. Never have seen a quality score of 10 for any ad. 7, 8 is said to be really good. 9 is difficult. Even a quality score of 7 can do wonders for your account. So let us now understand on what parameters does the quality score depend on. This is the most important parameter for quality score. I remind this point again, quality score is given not at page level or site level, it is given at keyword level. You may be targeting 100 ads for 100 different keywords for the same page. Example, SEOsanjay.com. I may want to display the ad for my home page for the keyword SEO training, digital marketing training, SEO online training, online digital marketing training. Like that I can have as many branches of keywords as possible. Same web page, same page is going to perform. But for every keyword the bidding will be different, the quality score will be different. So this quality score will depend upon so many parameters, in which the first most important parameter is CTR. If 100 people are seeing your ad, how many of them are clicking on it? That ratio is called as CTR. So in simple words, the ads have to be attractive. Your ad should be as such that a user or visitor should automatically get influenced by it. And if that is the case, then it is like a win-win situation. Google is making income, you are getting more clicks on that, and the customer, whatever he wants, is able to get it directly. That's what a search engine wants. He wants to satisfy the advertiser as well as the publisher, the visitor. So for this, all these parameters are there. Google cannot be so much of commercial that whoever is paying me highest amount, I'll give them the rank. I told you the first objective for any search engine is the content. Most precise and appropriate content is only what they want to show to their customers. Because if they become very commercial, then they may opt out of Google and use some other search engine. That fear is there with Google. Same like WhatsApp. I told you WhatsApp, there's no income source to WhatsApp till now. It's been more than 6 years. Since Facebook purchased WhatsApp, it's been more than 6 years. There has not been any such income to WhatsApp till now. But sooner his income will start when he start displaying ads. Like YouTube, you'll be finding ads coming in between. Now whether it's going to happen this year, next year, we don't know. Maybe after 2-3 years also. But that is ultimately going to be the income source for WhatsApp. Then you'll be able to create campaign for WhatsApp. Believe me. Like we are targeting Google, same feature, same terminology, same bidding options. You will be able to target ads to WhatsApp users. Like a bulk SMS, either through just a message or through some video clip, image, group creation. So many options will be there. So this plan is there since long. Why did Facebook purchase WhatsApp? In order to make money, not just for time pass, not for charity, but is waiting for that right time. These companies, they create an entry barrier. Entry barrier means monopoly. They have such kind of name that there is no competitor for them. That is a kind of entry barrier they want to first create by burning a lot of cash. Then they think long term how to monetize the database that they have got. So CTR stands for click through ratio. So I told you, even with low price, your ad may perform better. For that, you need to have a proper click-through ratio. Minimum should be 3. Even 1-2% CTR is okay, but you want a real good price for the advertisement, you got to have a CTR of minimum 3. How much high, that much better. I haven't seen any CTR in double digits so far in my life. So click-through ratio of 3% itself is actually a big achievement. So try to aim at least a CTR ratio of 2%. Now, if 1,000 people are seeing that ad, sorry, this is 100, not 1,000, my mistake. If 100 people are seeing that ad, how many people are clicking on it? That's what is the CTR. So in case the information what you're putting in that, like in search engine, you can't have images. You can only have content, and that too limited content. You can't extend your ad as much as you want. There is a template for it. In that fashion only you need to create an ad. There is a limit in the number of characters in every line. So within that small space, you got to put words which can easily attract any visitor. And when a lot of people click on it, that's where your CTR will improve. Now remember, one day I talked about the incident with my cousin in Mumbai, where our ad received more than 23% CTR. So that kind of logic now do not apply for search engine, because they won't accept such kind of ads. They want real matter ads. So ads have to be regular. There is no gimmick in that, and a lot of people should get attracted and click on it. So search engine will think that your ad is attractive to the user, so visitors is loving it. You would also want to do publicity. At the same time, I'm also making good income. So that is how it is a win-win situation for three of you. So CTR should be very high. This is the most important parameter in the quality score. Within quality score, 50% weightage is to this. 50%. The second thing which will influence the quality score is a relevancy. Ad group. Also write down this technical word ad group. Later I'll explain what ad group is. So what is the content that you're writing in the ad that has to 100% match with the destination page content? You need not show only your home page in the ad. You can direct the user directly to an internal page or the product page. But whatever is the destination page, that page matter should be exactly the advertisement content. The summary of the destination page should be equivalent to the ad content. What are the text words that you are using? Like meta description. And that should again be relevant to the ad group. So the ad should be related to the keyword, it should be related to the ad group, it should be related to the destination page content. Then you'll see that the quality score is high, high quality score, ads become cheaper, automatically get a discount in the price. The third point, quality of the website, like plagiarism. Like unique content, speed, on page SEO. This is very, very important. On page, zero off page in SEM, only on page. So what is the quality of the website? Like how unique is the content? What is the speed of the site? How easy is the navigation? Then how good is the on page? All these things are checked before the quality score is assigned. Among all, of course, the important parameter is the CTR. CTR has got everything. What are the subordinate points that we are seeing? The destination page has to be very much user friendly. That's what the point number 3 means. Okay, and finally, ad must have strong call to action. What is call to action in detail we'll be discussing while we create an ad. So there is a big discussion on call to action. For now, keep in mind that call to action should be there in an ad. It has to be very strong if you want a discount in the ad price. Otherwise, you can rank on top for any damn keyword. But at what price? That is the important thing. Remember, in SEM, you are not judged by how much profit are you getting to the company. Your performance is judged by the profit margin. To give a better explanation, let me cover an example here. The performance of an employee, the talent of an employee, how good your ad is. For all these questions, there is only one answer, only one parameter: return on ad spent. This is a performance meter for SEM. So let's say that there is an employee A. Now what he does, he has been given 1 lakh budget for ad. This 1 lakh he turns to 2 lakh. And employee B, he's been given a budget of 5 lakh, or say 5 lakh, and he makes that 5 lakh 7 lakh. So the profit here is 1 lakh. And here the profit is 2 lakh. Both the employee salary is same. Let's say that today I started with an SEM company, and to do SEM for one of my client, I have hired 2 employees. Both the employees are working for the same client. To employee A, I give him 1 lakh and he turns that to 2 lakh. That means he got a 2 lakh worth of business. That's what it means. So advertisement cost is 1 lakh and the profit what he got is 1 lakh, like that 2 lakh of business. While in employee B, I have given him 5 lakh and he got me a business sale of 7 lakh. So he generated me a profit of around 2 lakh. If the salary for the both the employees is, let's say, 10,000, whom should I keep? The answer that you may get in your mind may be employee B, because he is making double the profit than employee A. It looks like he is a big asset to our organization, though employee A is also an asset because he is generating profit. On what salary we are paying, he is able to give us 10 times, and employee B in fact is giving 20 times. But here you got to have little irrational thinking. The answer to which employee to keep is employee A, who is able to generate only 1 lakh of profit. Because here in digital marketing, your performance is not judged by the value but by the percentage. The return on ad spend in employee A case is 100%. So the return on ad spend in case of employee A is 100%, because we have given him 1 lakh for advertisement and he got us 2 lakh of business. So on 1 lakh he got us another 1 lakh of profits. So that is a 100% margin, or nothing but 100% return on ad spend. While in case of employee B, we have given him 5 lakh, in return he has got us a profit of around 2 lakh. So that is only 40% margin, or ROAS, return on ad spend, is only 40%. So here, looking at prima facie, it looks like employee A is not that good compared to employee B, because he is giving us 2 lakh profit, he is giving us 1 lakh profit, and the salary to both of them is 10,000. So on this employee I am making 90k net profit, on him I am making 1.9 lakh net profit. So it feels like employee B is better, but the way how digital marketing companies run is like this. Based on the performance of the employee, they are going to sack him. They are going to fire the employee B and continue with the employee A and give him double budget. That 5 lakh what they have given to him, they will be giving to him this time. Of course, on a larger scale, the performance may not be the same, but just to give you an example, maybe if not 100, even if it is 80%, 70% also is much better, even on the large scale. But look at the way how this ROAS is differing. and when you look at the net profit, it is misguiding us. So never ever look at how much profit are you getting, always look at how much of return have you got on the money that you have spent. That's the right way to judge who is better or measure the talent of a person in SEM. So obviously the company, if this is the case that he finds, he is going to fire employee B and is going to give double budget, triple budget to employee A. Employee is the real asset. So with 3 lakh money given to him, he may be able to generate 2 lakh easily, even with higher scale. What is making with 5 lakh employee B, the same thing employee A can make it only with 3 lakh. Give him double salary, but keep him. So the salary package for SEM professionals is very high. For digital marketing professionals, if you do research in Google, it starts with 3.6 lakh in MNCs. But the growth is very fast. Within 2 years of experience, your salary may be 12 lakh per annum. Under 5 years of experience, there are a lot of digital marketing professionals whose salary is 25 to 30 lakh. So you may say, sir, their work is very simple, only set the ads, that's all. A big company like Flipkart, Snapdeal, Amazon, they don't do SEM, they outsource. So majority of the companies whom they are outsourcing are among this: Genpact, Thomson Reuters, and Accenture. Genpact, Thomson Reuters and Accenture is managing 80% of the business of SEM. In fact, they are the clients of even Google. So these companies, they have got a lot of money because of the investor, they want to burn cash, but they would obviously want to give the project to those kind of companies who are able to get maximum ROAs. So always focus on ROAS, return on ad spend. Technical word, very important for SEM. Heart of SEM is return on ad spend. Whenever in future that you are working for anybody, or you are working with your colleague, or you want to share your performance, or want to know what his performance is, only one question, most important question that you would ask is, what is ROAS of the accounts that you are managing? If you are applying for an interview with an experience tag, definitely this question would be there. With your client that you have done advertisement, what ROAS have you generated? So this is what they mean. How much of return on ad spend have you generated? In fact, there is directly a bidding option as ROAS. Directly you can bid according to how much of profit you want in a business. An interesting bidding option which we'll be discussing once we set up an ad. So keep this point in mind. Here with low budget, no problem, start SEM with a very low budget, but make sure that you multiply money with that budget. You should get at least 100-200% with the money that you have spent. Let's take an example, SEO training or digital marketing training. If 100 people are seeing my ad, at least 10 people should click on it, and at least one admission I must get. If my fees is, let's say, 20,000, and for 100 visitors, if I spend 2,000, it means that my ROAS is 900%. I am able to multiply my money by 9 times. So how much high this percentage is, that much talent you have got, that much better SEM is suitable to you. So important things here, one is the quality score. Make sure that the quality score is high by following these 4 points, and then once that your ads are running, always keep a tab on ROAS and see how the graph is moving. Today that you have begun with the SEM, every day you have to keep a note of ROAS. Where would you be seeing that? All that interface will understand. We have not yet started with any campaign creation. Alright, now the key to success in SEM is choosing the optimum keywords. Keywords which are priced very reasonably. Never ever I would tell you or guide you saying that choose the keywords which are very low price. Low price keyword may not be a good idea in SEM. What generally people do is, the same keyword planner tool what we used for SEO is used even for SEM. So generally what people do, they type the keyword, they get all the suggestions of that keyword by Google, they download the report in the Excel sheet, and wherever that price column is there, they make it ascending, descending, and automatically they'll get all the low price keywords at the top. They'll choose those bunch of keywords for advertisement. Never make that mistake, never. Choosing the right set of keywords is very, very important. What I mean by optimum pricing is, let's take an example. SEO training is one keyword. SEO training in Amirpet is another keyword. First target in SEM initial stages should always be ROAS. In fact, S is written small, I have written it as caps. So if I check through the keyword in the keyword planner tool, I see that for SEO training, if I want to display ad, I need to spend 3 rupees. For my ad to come, let's say on the top, 3 rupees is what is required. While for SEO training in Amirpet, I may have to spend 5 rupees. Like SEO, here also your maximum time is going to be spent on keyword research. Setting up an ad will take only 5 minutes. But what to write in an ad, what keywords to target, how to present the page, what should be the content, all that will take a lot of time. Keyword research, that's the most important thing. For which all keywords you should be displaying ad, that itself takes a lot of time. But roughly, let's say for SEO training, if I find this scenario in the keyword planner tool, SEO training is 3 rupees, SEO training in Amirpet is 5 rupees. I may be interested in displaying my ad only in the city of Hyderabad. You can choose the demographic there, specific locations. Now here, by looking at these two keywords, it may look like the first keyword is better because the pricing is nearly 40% less than the second keyword. Means the same. SEO training, SEO training. So only a person who is interested in SEO training is only going to click on it. In both the cases, then why should I be spending 5 rupees? Why not only 3 rupees? A lot of you may be having this point in mind, but the fact is that SEO training in Amirpet is 10 times better than SEO training. What is the reason behind it? The pricing is maybe almost the double, but the keyword is optimally priced. In SEO training, the person is not sure. We don't know from which location he wants to do the course. He may be searching from Old City. Why will he come all the way to Amirpet daily, do up and down to do the course? Unnecessarily, I'll be wasting the clicks. Never waste a click. Automatically, your ROAS will improve. But in case 1, because I haven't mentioned any location, the person is totally blank. He doesn't know where am I located. He may think that I am located in Old City, maybe Abbots, maybe Secunderabad. But after clicking my website, he sees that in contact us, it is Amirpet. He may not join. Then you will complain, sir, I have done SEM in Google. I am getting a lot of visitors, but not even a single phone call, not even a single admission. Problem is you haven't been very clear cut on what you are offering. See, there is a huge difference between the traditional marketing and digital marketing. When it comes to traditional marketing, expose whatever that you have got. That's your pamphlet, posters, magazines and all that. But here, only tell what you have. If I am located in Amirpet, let me tell that. So people who are willing to come to Amirpet, for them the location is not an issue to come to Amirpet, only they are going to click on an ad. Here maybe more than 50% people, after clicking, they realize it is Amirpet. They may not be in a position to come so far. So even if half the people are like that, who are not comfortable with any location, then my pricing is actually double. For SEO training, though it looks like 3 rupees, but half of the people are not ready to come till Amirpet. If I am only giving classroom training, let us say, then my effective cost is 6 rupees actually, not 3. Always take the effective cost. But in SEO training in Amirpet, there is no reason why a person would dislike that. He would definitely click on an ad, and for some reason he may not join, maybe the fees or maybe that batch timing and all that. But these are the people who are like a very narrow targeted filtered audience who have shown interest in your business, and that too in your area. You can't get any lead which is more qualified than this. Once that they have called you or you call them, now then it depends upon your communication skills, how you convert them. Remember, search engine will never guarantee that you will make money in SEM. In fact, they themselves say that more than half of the people end up making losses in SEM. They'll spend huge in the advertisement, but they hardly get any return, said by the search engine themselves. So remember, this is not for gambling. Every rupee that you are spending, it's with your hard work, so spend it very judiciously, very wisely. Don't randomly take the keywords and think, play with your luck, it may work, may not work. Act always wisely when it comes to SEM. Every rupee we need to protect. Now here it may look ad is 40% cheaper, but it is 40% expensive for me. Here the CTR will also be high. You got a person looking for SEO training in Amirpet and you are located in Amirpet and you are offering SEO training. That means at least he is going to click on an ad. Then maybe some other reason, weekend batch, weekday batch, fees and all that may be there, for which he may not join. But at least location is not a reason for him not to join. That much we are sure of. But here 50% rejections will be there because of location. That's why I told you effective price is 6. So choosing the right keyword doesn't mean choose the cheap keywords. There may be a keyword which may be very cheap, but yet it can be very vast, relevant to SEO training. For this keyword, you can display your ad even for rupee 1. Bad, worse SEO training. No point at all. You are bringing bad name to yourself. Google will accept that. Your ad will show, and exclusively only your ad, no one targets an ad for those kind of keywords. So forget 1 rupee, even for 20-30 paisa also your ad will get displayed. So wherever no one is advertising an ad, even for 10 paisa your ad will come in the first position. So this keyword, being the cheapest from price wise, is not an ideal keyword for SEM. You got to be thinking little out of the box. You need to have little innovative mind to catch the right set of keywords which are very cheap but very effective. Let me give you a hint here. With a lot of keyword research, I find that Begumpet is only rupees 1 because there are hardly any institute there. And the similar keyword SEO training in SR Nagar is rupee 2. SEO training in Begumpet is 1, SEO training in SR Nagar, let's say, is rupee 2. But keep a note of it, I am only located in Amirpet, no Begumpet, no SR Nagar. But should I be choosing these keywords also to display an ad? A single page, I told you, can target unlimited keywords for advertisement. But question is, should I be targeting this keyword SEO training in Begumpet and SEO training in SR Nagar just because they are very cheap? or yes, we have to target. There may be 50% people who say SEO training in Begumpet means they want the training institute in Begumpet only. No nearby areas like Amirpet they are willing to come. But 50% people are there. They say that SR Nagar, Begumpet is all the border of Amirpet, very close to Amirpet, so it doesn't matter. There may be such 50% people. So if there are really 50% people who are interested in Begumpet and SR Nagar, and you think that for these guys Amirpet is not a botheration, so you can multiply. The effective price is 2 then, because half people are not interested in even the adjacent colonies, adjacent areas. So multiplying by 2. Even then the effective price here is only 2 rupees and here it is 4 rupees, which is much cheaper than SEO training in Amirpet. So we ditch this keyword and we go with these keywords. Then you do more and more research and you may find that in fact SEO course in a Begumpet is only 80 paisa, and maybe you may find SEO classes in SR Nagar is only 70 paisa. That's why keyword research will take time. You have to really discover. You need to discover your keywords. It is time consuming. It is a slow process. But once that you have finalized your keyword and is doing well, then the same setup will go on and on. Thus recharge your account, the ads will run. Everything is set up as it is. So always make sure choose the keywords where the price is optimum and there is no end. SEO course, SEO classes, online SEO training, training of SEO online, digital marketing classes, digital marketing courses. Like that, there may be at least 100 keywords that you can think of on your keyword relevant to your business, product or service. This is not, remember, SEM is not meant for blog. Why would you want to pay to Google for any visitor in your blog? You'll say I'll be making income with that. Correct. You will end up paying to Google 10 rupees and the income what you get from the visitor may be only 1 rupee. You are making 90% loss. So for blogs and for affiliate program, SEM is not at all recommended. It is only recommended for the people who are into business, where this business could be any product or service. Water tank cleaning services, fire safety engineers, CCTV camera installers, wedding party organizers, packers and movers, hair transplantation, LASIK treatment. For these kind of people, SEM is very useful because there is some business value. If the customer gets converted, they make a lot of profit. But within that keyword, so many branches of keywords are there where hardly anyone must be doing SEM. Those keywords, if you do it, then you will be getting it for a very cheaper price. So check for the optimum price. So maybe if you do more research, it can be like this: classes of SEO in SR Nagar, classes of SEO in Begumpet, or classes of SEO in Amirpet. There the price may be very cheap. So keep searching, and choose your own list of the keywords where you feel the price is just unbeatable. Let's have a look at the keyword research again. The same keyword planner tool for AdWords, what we use for SEO, is being used even for SEM. Difference being, for SEO we check the competition, for SEM we check the price. Let's say that a private car rental agency is my client and he wants to do SEM. So first thing that I will be doing is go into keyword planner tool and find out whether there is any scope for him to get some business through SEM. discover new keywords, type your keyword here. See, taxi and cabs, there is a huge difference. Look at the pricing here, 5.77, 5.66, but the meaning is same. The meaning is the same. Outstation cabs in Hyderabad, this is the pricing. This pricing is for what? For the last result in the first page. This is in the first rank. So in first page, the first rank, last rank, first rank, last rank, first rank, last rank. So this is the range where the bidding is going on. But I remind you again, just on basis of pricing, the ranking position is not decided. Even quality score is also there. Meaning by paying even the lowest price, you may get an position effective to the high price, if the quality score is good. We'll be discussing more about quality score going forward. Ola Cabs Hyderabad, only 3.7. This makes sense. Remember, while I was discussing in the first class on digital marketing, advantages of digital marketing over the traditional marketing. So there is one point which I told you is of very much important, pretty interesting point, is that you can do rival marketing. You can display your ad when people are looking out for your competitors. So I can target this keyword Ola Cabs Hyderabad, Meru Cabs Hyderabad. For those keywords, my client ad has to get displayed. I can make sure that this happens. There is no objection from any of them, neither from Google nor from these companies, because this is allowed in SEM. But is it a wise idea to target your competitors just because they are very cheap? That's a big question. Experience matters in SEM. You got to know what works, what doesn't work. For that, you must have run several campaigns. Now, the biggest question here is, most of the time, for brand name keywords or for your competitor keywords, the pricing is very cheap. Let's say in case of, like, right now we are searching for taxi in Hyderabad, but Ola Cabs, Meru Cabs, Orange Cabs, Delta Cabs, they are all your competitors. And there is a huge search volume for each of these names. So when people are searching with these names, I would want to display my advertisement. I may be having a low profile business, having a limited cards and all that. But is it a wise idea, prudent? Is it a prudent thing to do that you are displaying that for your competitors? In some cases, it is advisable, while in some cases, it is not. The advantage here is, rival marketing advantage is only one big thing, that is the pricing is very, very cheap. Taxi in Hyderabad, look at the price, and Meru Cabs, Ola Cabs, Orange Cabs, search volume is also high, the pricing is also low. So it looks like a very good opportunity for us to begin with this kind of keywords. But it may be a flop idea. It may be a good idea, it may be flop idea. Let me explain both of them. Let us say one of the person is searching for Mercedes Benz. You know, a lot of car bookings are happening even online. Let's take an example of this luxurious car, Mercedes Benz. He wants to, some company wants to display an ad for this keyword. Let's say Maruti. Maruti is my client, and he says that, see, whenever someone is searching for Mercedes Benz, you please display my Ertiga car ad there. The pricing is very, very cheap, because I told you competitor keywords have got very low pricing. So someone is searching Mercedes Benz, and here Ertiga car ad is being displayed. Is it a wise thing to do? Now, you might have created a very attractive ad. So a lot of people are going to search with Mercedes Benz, but only few people would click on the ad of Maruti. But that doesn't matter to us, because we are paying not according to the viewers, according to the clicks on that. At least you would have got some publicity. But is it a wise thing to do? Never. Never. You may get a lot of people visiting your site for time pass, but no genuine buyer or serious buyer is there because you targeted the wrong keyword. A person whose lifestyle matches with Mercedes Benz, why would he purchase Maruti car? So that is where that brand gap is there. So competitor keyword doesn't mean that in your sector any company, whichever is a company which is closely fitting your company. Yes, if my client is Audi, then I can definitely take that chance. Because person looking for Mercedes Benz, there is one ad, Maruti new car launch Ertiga 5-seater, mileage 20 kilometers a liter, 50,000 discount for limited time offer, price is only 8 lakh compared to Mercedes Benz 40 lakh. Like that all you can do. Such an attractive ad, but no one will click on it. But there is another ad, Audi new launched Q5, so with inbuilt Bluetooth speaker, 0 to 100 kilometers in just 2 seconds, 100 kilometers to 0 with powerful brake, so 6 airbags. So likewise all the advantages, internet enabled auto parking. So this is an ad, then definitely I would be choosing Mercedes Benz as a keyword for advertisement, because he is my direct competitor, he is of the same standard, of the same level. So here I should not be competing with Google in, let's say my case, SEO training. Someone is searching for Google certified SEO training. I should never take a chance to display my ad, because people will click on it but no one will join, because their standard is the Google corporate training. There is a 6 months diploma course that is for 60,000 and yours is only 1 month course, casual course, there is no textbooks or anything like that. So people click because they don't know what is there inside. Because my ad got displayed for Google certified training, they may think that I am also certified by Google and my training is of a corporate standard with a high fee, with corporate culture, with placement assistance, providing all the digital material as well as online textbooks. So that is what is their expectation. But after opening my site, or maybe after calling me, they realize that this is not up to their standard. Then what will happen? You have wasted the click. So clicks will come, but our job is not clicks on that. We have to pay if it is click. Our job is the conversion. So after clicking, is there any scope for conversion? Ask this question. So I would never recommend my client, if he is an ordinary cab service provider, to hit for a keyword Ola cab, Meru cab and all that, because a person after searching for Ola, Meru cab is expecting that kind of standardness. Are you sanitizing the car? Do you have professional drivers? Do you have an automated billing system? Ask these questions. Answer is yes, then compete. No, you are only wasting money. You will say, so a lot of people are visiting my site, clicking, inquiring, but why not anyone is converting? You are not understanding their expectation level. You are not able to match that. I may display very attractive ad in the headline, double your money in a year in stock market. Everybody will click. Who doesn't want to double the money? Within a year, where do they double it? But after clicking, I say conditions apply, subject to market risk. What will happen? Half of the people will exit like that. Remaining half will call me only to trouble me. So what is this condition? What happens this? What happens when that? So I will not be getting any genuine customers. So making an attractive ad is not the solution in SEM. Making an ad where there is a high chance of conversion should be your motive behind SEM. Here your thinking has to be exactly opposite to what traditional marketing does. We are not going to create here an attractive ad. In fact, you will be totally surprised when I create an ad. So the ad will look so ugly, you will say that, sir, is this an ad? But that is what works here. To understand these simple points, it has taken me several years. I burnt a lot of cash in SEM initially, 2010-11, 2009-10-11, 3 years. No guidance. That time there were no videos, nothing. YouTube got popular only in the late 2010s. During the last months only it became very popular. But no, even after that there were no videos, no books with proper information, no institutes. So it's only the self experience that you get to know what works, what doesn't work. Okay, it's time. I end my session here. So we just had an introduction about the SEM and understood on what parameters a ranking position is decided, and while choosing the keywords, what points you have to keep in mind. Tomorrow we'll continue from here.